Hello dear students, welcome to the part 9 of chapter number 1, number system. Students, in the last part, that is in part A, we have covered till exercise 1.4 and we have seen the topic that how to represent real numbers on the number line. Now two topics are left for this chapter. The one is rationalization and the other one is law of indices. Okay, laws of exponents. So let us see the topic rationalization. Rationalization. So basically in rationalization, what we do in this topic are aim to rationalize the denominator. Okay, rationalize the denominator means remove the square root from the denominator. Like if the number is 1 upon under root a, and if we want to rationalize, so how we can remove the irrational number, how we can remove this square root from the denominator. So if somehow we will multiply with the same number in the denominator, then we know very well that under root a, it will be equal to a. Okay, and if we are multiplying it in the denominator, then we will multiply in the numerator also. Then what it will be? It will be under root a upon under root a into under root a, that is a, like this. For example, if the question is 1 upon under root 7, then how we can write it? How we can remove the square root from the denominator? So we should multiply under root 7 in the numerator as well as in the denominator, so that we can write it as under root 7 upon under root 7 into under root 7, that is 7. Now in this manner we can remove the square root from the denominator. If the number which is to be rationalized given like this, that 1 upon under root a plus under root b, then in that case how we can rationalize it? Let us see. See students, what we have to see, that in the denominator what sign is there. So it is written like under root 1 upon under root a plus under root b. Okay, so if whatever the sign is there in the denominator, you have to multiply with the opposite sign. Okay, you have to multiply this with the opposite sign in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So if it is written under root a plus under root b, so you have to multiply by under root a minus under root b. Why we do so? Why we do so? If we do so, then in the numerator, that is okay. 1 into under root a minus under root b, that is under root a minus under root b. But in the denominator, you can see that here it is like a plus b and it is like a minus b. Okay, here it should be under root a minus under root b. So it is like a plus b and a minus b. Then a plus b, a minus b, it is an identity, and that identity is what? A square minus b square. So at the place of a, there is under root a, so under root a square will be there, and at the place of b, there is under root b, so under root b square will be there. Here one identity is applied, that is a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. Now further, what we can write it, numerator will be written as it is, okay, and denominator is under root a square is what? A, and under root b square is what? B. So now you can see that from the denominator the square root is removed. Okay. So note it down that how we can do the rationalization if the numbers are given like this. Again, as we have done the previous example, if the question is like that how to rationalize 1 upon under root a minus under root b. So in this time also, you can see that in the denominator there is a negative sign. So we have to multiply with the opposite sign, same number with the opposite sign, means it will be under root a plus under root b. Here also it will be under root a plus under root b. So in the numerator it will be under root a plus under root b, and in the denominator it will be a minus b, a plus b. Again it will be under root a square minus under root b square. Under root a square b square can be written as what? It can be written as a under root a square is a and under root b square is b. Okay. So like this we will do the rationalization of this type of number. Now let us take some example that how if that is given in the exercise 1.5. Let us talk about the questions which are given in exercise 1.5. Okay. So the first question is classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. It is very easy to tell. I have told you already that if there is addition or subtraction of one rational or irrational number, then the number will always be what? Irrational number. So on the basis of that we can do whatever I have taught you in the previous videos. On the basis of that we can do the first question of exercise 1.5. Then the second one is simplify each of the following expression. Let us see one or two question of this. So second question number first part. Okay. So it is given that 3 plus under root 3 into 2 plus under root 2, like this. Okay. So what we can do here? 3 we can multiply like 3 to the 6. Again 3 into under root 2. Then again it is 2 into under root 3. And under root 3 into under root 2, what it will be? Under root 6. Now further you cannot simplify it. It is already in the simplified form because only like terms will be added or subtracted. Okay, and here you can see that no like terms are there. It is number, it is written in under root 2, it is written in under root 3, it is written in under root 6. So no like terms are there. So this is already in the simplified form. Next question, let us take example number question number 3rd. It is under root 5 plus under root 2 whole square. Okay. So under root 5 plus under root 2 whole square, if we expand it according to the identity a plus b whole square, then what it will be? It will be a square plus b square plus 2ab, 2 into under root 5 into under root 2. Okay. So under root 5 square will be what? 5. Under root 2 square will be what? 2. And it will be 2 under root 10. 5 plus 2, that is 7. 7 plus 2 under root 10 will be the answer. Okay, you can note it down. Now question number 3 is about that we call pi is defined as ratio of circumference, means about it is pi, that it is rational or irrational. So that we have discussed in the previous video also when I was teaching you about rational or irrational. Okay, so on the basis of that you can do this question. Question number 4 is under root 9.3. Represent under root 9.3 on the number line. So in the last class we have seen a question where we have to represent under root x on the number line. So if we have shown that for a general number, that is x, then we can show it for any of the number. So under root 9.3 in the last class I have told you. Rationalize the denominators of the following. Let us see this question that is based upon the topic rationalization. So the first part is 1 upon under root 7. Example also I have given. 1 upon under root 7. How you will rationalize it? We will multiply by under root 7 numerator as well as in the denominator. So it will be under root 7 upon under root 7 into under root 7, that is 7. So it is the first part of this question. Question number 5. Second part is what? Second part is 1 upon under root 7 minus under root 6. Okay? 1 upon under root 7 minus under root 6. So how we do this? As I have told you that if there is a negative sign in the denominator, then you will multiply with the positive sign in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Okay. So when you will do so, what will happen? In the numerator 1 into under root 7 plus under root 6, that will be under root 7 plus under root 6. And in the denominator, a minus b into a plus b, that will be what? A square minus b square. Okay, so it will be under root 7 plus under root 6 upon 7 minus 6. So it will be under root 7 plus under root 6 upon 1. And there is no need to write the denominator upon. Okay, in the denominator there is 1, then it is no need to write it. Okay. So this was the second question. Third question in the same manner, it is not telling you the whole question. Okay, third question is under root 5 plus under root 2. So what we will do here? What we will do? We will multiply by under root 5 minus under root 2 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Okay. So under root 5 minus under root 2 should be multiplied in the numerator as well as in the denominator, so that we can rationalize it. After that you can do. Okay, let us see the whole question. It is like under root 5 minus under root 2, and in the denominator it will be a plus b minus b under root 5 square minus under root 2 square, that is 5 minus 2, and then it will be 3 under root 5 minus under root 2 upon 3. This will be the answer. Okay. Last part is 1 upon under root 7 minus 2. So if it is 1 upon under root 7 minus 2, then you will multiply it by what? If it is 1 upon under root 7 minus 2, then you will multiply by under root 7 plus 2. Under root 7 plus 2. Okay, and then you can solve it further. So like this, your exercise 1.5 is completed. You can note it down, whatever it is written on the board. Now the next topic is laws of exponents, and on the basis of this your last exercise 1.6 is based. Okay, so laws of exponents. Laws of exponents. Laws of exponents for the real number. For the real number. Okay. So students, there are some formula. Okay, and on the basis of this means it will be work like a law. Okay, so some laws are there, and on the basis of that we solve some questions. Okay, so what are the laws? You have studied it in your previous classes also. Let us see once again that if there is expression like this, that the base are same and there is a multiplication, then what will happen? The powers will be added. Means it will be like a to the power n plus n. Okay. In the same manner, if the bases are same but there is division, okay, you can write it like a to the power n divided by a to the power n, or a to the power n upon a to the power n, then it will be equal to a to the power n minus n, like this. Okay, so this is also allowed. So let us see the example with the formula. Like if 2 to the power 5 into 2 to the power 3 is there, then what you will write? If 2 to the power 5 and 2 to the power 3 is there, base will be written as it is, then the power will be added, means 5 plus 3, that will be 8. Okay, in the same manner, if the same quotient with the division sign is there, 2 to the power 5 divided by 2 to the power 3, then it will be 2 to the power 5 minus 3, that is 2 to the power 2, that is 4. Okay. Some more laws are there, like if there is power to power, means a to the power m to the power n, then the powers will be multiplied, like a to the power mn. For example, if there is 2 to the power 5 and 2 to the power 3, then what will happen? Then it will be 2 to the power 5 3s are 15, means power will be multiplied. Okay, so this is the third law. Fourth law, what you can say is the fourth law, that if there is powers are same, if the powers are same, a to the power m into b to the power m, then what we can write, bases we can collect only in the case of multiplication. Bases and division also, bases we can collect, and then we can write powers as a common. Okay, so like if there is 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 3, so what we can write, 2 5s are 10 and power will be 3. So it will be equal to 1000. 10 to the power 3 means what? 1000. Okay. Then if there is a to the power minus m, means any negative number in the power, then how will make that power as a how will make that number as a positive? So what we can do, if we can write it as 1 upon a to the power m. Okay, means then you can write the reciprocal of that. If there is the negative sign in the power, so how you will make that number positive? You have to write the reciprocal of that number. Okay, so if there is a to the power minus m, if you will write the reciprocal of a, that is 1 upon a, okay, then the number will become positive, power will become positive. So a to the power m. Okay, for example, if 2 to the power minus 5 is written, then what you will write? You will write 1 upon 2 to the power 5. That is equal to 1 upon 13. Okay, like this. In the same manner, if there is a rational number with a negative sign, negative power, like a to the power minus m, then how you will write it as a positive? So as I told you here that you have to write the reciprocal of that. So you will write the reciprocal of a upon b, that will be b upon a to the power m. Okay, this is how we can make it as a positive. For example, if the number is like 2 by 3 to the power minus 2, so how you will write it? You can write it as 3 by 2 to the power 2, that is 9 by 4. Okay, like this. So note it down. These are the laws of exponents. Some more laws are there, let us see that, but firstly note it down. Then the next one is, if there is a power 0 of any number is there, if there is a power 0, then the value of that number will become 1. If there is a power 0, means the value of that number is what? 1. Okay, whatever you can take example here. Okay, like if there is a 253 to the power 0, then this will equal to 1. Whatever the number is there, if the power is 0, means that the number, the whole value of that number is 1. Okay, then the next one is, suppose if there is a power, in the power there is a number like this, a to the power m upon m. So what does it mean? It means that whatever there is in the denominator, that will be the root of this okay, nth root a to the power m. For example, if there is written 5 to the power 2 upon 3, then how you can write it? You can write it cube root 5 square, that is cube root 25. You can write it. Okay, are you getting this? 5 to the power 2 by 3, then this is the third root of 5 square. Okay, only in the case of square root, like if the number is like 2 to the power 1 by 2, So only in the case of a square root, we do not write any number in the root. Okay, means simply we can write it as 2 to the power 1, that is under root 2. Okay, means if there is 2 in the denominator, so there is no need to write here 2, only in the case of this. Okay, otherwise you know very well that it is a square root, it is a cube root. In the same way we can write 4th root, 5th root, number like that. Okay, so these were the laws of exponent and apart from this, you can note down that if there is a negative number and the power of that negative number is even, then it will give you the positive result. Okay, if there is a negative number and the power of that number is even number, then it will give you a positive number. And if there is a negative number but the power is odd, then it will give you a negative number. Okay, for example, if minus 2 to the power 2, then it will give you plus 4, and if minus 2 to the power 3, odd number, then it will give you what? Minus 3. Okay, means if there is odd number in the power of negative number, then it will give you negative result, and if there is even number in the even number as the power of negative number, then it will give you a positive result. You can note it down. Let us discuss the last exercise, that is exercise 1.6. Okay, some questions are there, but the questions are very easy. Like in the first question, in the first part, it is given that 64 to the power 1 by 2. So if 64 can be written as 8 square, we know that 64 is the square of what? 8, and the power is 1 by 2. Then the power will be multiplied, so it will be like 2 into 1 by 2. 2 will be cancelled out. Only 8 will be left. Okay. In the same manner, we can do all the 3 parts of these. Second question. Let us see the second part. It is also like that. If there is a number 32 to the power 2 by 5, you can write 32 as 2 to the power 5, and the power is 2 by 5. The power will be multiplied. 2 to the power 5 into 2 by 5. Then 5 will be cancelled out. 2 square will be left, and 2 square is what? 4. Okay. All the questions are like that. Let us see the fourth part. We can see at 125 to the power minus 1 by 3. How we will write it? So that the power will be positive. We can write the reciprocal of 125. That is 125. 1 by 3. Now 125 is what? 125 is the cube of 5, and to the power 1 by 3. So it can be written as 1 upon 5 to the power 3 into 1 by 3. 3 will be cancelled out. Only 1 by 5 is there. Okay. Third question. Let us see the example number 3rd. The question number 3rd of 3rd. Okay. The question is 11 to the power 1 by 2 upon 11 to the power 1 by 4. Okay. So how you can simplify it? Bases are same. There is division. Then the powers will be subtracted. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. So when you will subtract it, what you will get? You will get 11 to the power 1 by 4. Okay. So this is your answer. Okay. In the same manner you can do the rest of the questions. Okay. So students, like this we have completed our chapter number 1, that is number system. Okay, and in the next part we'll start the chapter number 2, that is polynomials. Okay, so whatever the topics that I have taught you, okay, and today also you can revise that topic. If there is a problem, you can ask in the online classes. Okay, so thank you students.